welcome back to My Hobby Workshop. Today I'm going to be doing a quick review of Revell's SnapTite Chevy Impala police car kit. Whether you are an advanced modeler or someone brand new to the hobby, this thing was fantastic. It's a skill level 1, has about 40 pieces. It was molded in white and blue, and it was a great kit. It was really fun to do, easy build, and it was something I just did on a weekend. It was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. Some of the pros of the kits that I'll go over, like I said, very easy to build, really nice details, and any skill level can have fun with this. Whether you're basic or advanced, you can make this thing look as awesome as you want to be, or if you're brand new and just want something to practice on and kind of start with, this is a great thing to do. The only cons that I would say of the kit that I really didn't enjoy are the decals, and I'll get into that in here in a little bit, but just a kind of top-down thing of what I did with the kit. I really enjoyed doing this. Everything went together pretty smooth. I went and used, obviously, Rust-Oleum and some other basic craft paints for your weathering and whatnot, and that's really what I wanted to do this kit for. I really wanted to practice my weathering techniques, and I didn't want a clean-looking police car. I wanted something, if you've ever seen these guys out on the street, pulling people over like late November and whatnot, they're dirty. These things are used up. They're nasty. They're putting some use into them. So even like bigger cities and whatnot, that's what these things do. So they're work vehicles. That's what they're here for. So I didn't really want them all banged up, a bunch of dents, just, basic daily grime, dirt, and just kind of getting some use out of it. So, some techniques that I used and just how I wanted to do this. I've never used pigments before or pastels or anything like that, so I really wanted to try it to kind of give it that grime look. And I went to Hobby Lobby and found just basic pastels that were on sale, plus that 40% discount they normally give you, and I got it pretty cheap compared to like Tamiya or AK has a lot of those pastels or dirt dust or whatever. So I just used cheap stuff and it came out pretty good. I really liked how it turned out. Another effect that I tested was if you look at the windshield, you could see that it, has that kind of dirt effect from, it being used and the windshield wipers running and whatnot because it hasn't been washed in a while. And I masked it off based on how it looked like the windshield wipers were going to hit the windshield, and then I sprayed it with matte clear, and it gave it that effect. I think it came out good. There's completely other ways to do it, and if someone else chooses to do another way, that's fine. I'm going to definitely test some other ways in the future, but I wanted to use that to see how it would look, and I think it came out pretty good. I probably use it again in the future, and just kind of wanted to go from there. So one thing opposite of the box that I did, I didn't really understand it. If you notice the lights here, they have these two little, I guess, here, I'll turn this around, like spotlights. And they had it facing forward on the vehicle. I didn't really like that. If you've ever seen a police car pull somebody over, you normally have caution lights in the back to kind of let people know, obviously the red and whites, but if you see a car pulled over on the side of the road because they're waiting for a tow truck, they'll sometimes run those caution lights to kind of be aware. So that's what I wanted to use it for. Obviously, there's thousands of different light bars out there and departments and how they want to do it, and that's fine. Again, I liked it that way. I didn't really want the lights facing forward because I just didn't like it. So, and that's the great thing about modeling. We do it how we want and not for anyone else. So I like how it looked. I painted it up with that clear orange from Tamiya. I think it came out pretty cool, a little different, decent effect. Yeah, so the inside, obviously I used Rust-Oleum paints. I painted the interior black. Normally these interiors are blue. I did not like that color at all. I wanted to go black, so that's what I did. There's a lot of good detail in the interior as well. A lot of these cars have like that brown molding in the front, or on the dashboard and on the side. So I was able to get in there and paint that detail in, and then the door handles too, kind of that chrome opening. I really didn't want any other chrome on this vehicle. If you ever looked at one, there's really not. So for the panel lines, I obviously used my Tamiya panel line accent color black. Was able to get in there and kind of make those doors pop. And yeah, I think it came out really good. Like I said, the only thing I hated that I did not like were the decals. They're really, I wouldn't even call them decals, they're stickers. They're peel and stick. If you notice on the box, there's two types. So you have this regular city police department, which I was originally used those. I used that, and then I found out when I was clear coating it that if you don't heat the can, it kills the paint. I mentioned that in my last video. Well, that's what it did. I didn't heat the can enough, and it just chewed my paint up. I had to put it in the bucket of shame, aka purple stuff, super clean, strip it and redo it. So I chucked those decals or stickers away. I didn't want to, they were trashed. So I used the Huntley Police, which actually I kind of like those better now that they're on there. But so you have two different types that you can use. Like I said, this normal city police and then this made up Huntley Police Department. I guess it's made up, I don't know, but they looks pretty good. I like how it kind of contours the vehicle, and it's just there. Again, I don't like that they're stickers. Personally, I think stickers are harder to put on because if you lay it on wrong, you got to keep removing it, versus a peel and stick. You know, you can lay it, use your Mark Fit solution, you can move it around, and it's just easier to set. Here, you're unsticking, resticking, getting fingerprints all over it. I didn't like it. It wasn't fun. There's plenty of aftermarket decals if you want to make this look like an NYPD police car. Other departments, there's just Google it, and you can find all kinds of decals if you wanted to make this look like a local vehicle for your hometown or wherever you're from. I just didn't want to invest and do all that, so I just wanted something quick and easy, so I used what was in the box. The top, I didn't really care for the really toyish chrome part here, so I did paint that to look like a darker color. Again, there's 1,000 different light bars that are on the market for real police cars. Some departments run all blue, some run red and blue. So I just kept it as is. I just wanted to darken it because I didn't like that toy effect. The headlights too also come completely molded in that toyish chrome. And if you ever look on a real Impala, they're black. So I blacked those out, painted that, and then I also used your side marker, the orange from Tamiya, to kind of give it that turn signal effect. The hubs, or the little center cap there, that was also super toyish looking, and I dulled that down using flat clear as well. Kind of dyed it down, and I used some panel line wash to kind of give it a little bit of depth and dirt. And then the pastels over it help dirty it up too, so it looks like it's been, ran through the muck. The back of the vehicle, the rear tail light comes completely that color red, if you can see it. It's a very bright see-through red, and doesn't look normal, not what a real police car is. Actually, if you look here, you can see what I'm talking about right there. That's not what an Impala looks like. So you have to paint that up. I just used regular craft paint and a marker, Sharpie, to make it look dark. And then once you put it on the vehicle, it looks normal. So I like how that turned out. It is a SnapTite kit, so you don't really have to glue it if you don't want to. I personally do. The tires are all on a metal rod that runs through this. You can roll this vehicle around if you wanted to. I personally didn't want to do that. I don't like when my models roll around because I don't want them rolling off a shelf and getting destroyed. So I glued it so it doesn't move. So you can't move it, but I will show you real quick the bottom. Again, I wanted to test out, I don't know if I'll fit this here. I wanted to test out my weathering techniques. So I wanted it to look kind of dirty, used up. I painted all that, the motor, transmission, because it is a front wheel drive vehicle. And if you look, it kind of has a shine to it. I wanted to look like it was leaking oil. This thing, in my vision and world, this thing's old. It's at end of life. They're about to get a new vehicles, and this thing's about on its last leg. So it's rusted out from just normal GM motor vehicles. If you ever have one, you'll see things are rust buckets. The tires, I wasn't going to wear them down because no matter what vehicle the department has, they're not going to run them on ball tires. It's just not how they do that. So to get that effect, I know there's tons of products out there, like Tester's Creative FX is one of them. I didn't have dark for that. I just have like rust color. So to get that effect, I just used Future. I just threw it on there and it gave it a nice little shine. I dull coated everything like a flat. And I gave it that shine so it looks like some oil's running and, you know, like it's an old vehicle. So like I said, I've never weathered anything before. So I think for trying it, came out pretty good. I'm happy with it. I really liked it. So, you know, if you guys are in the market for something easy, quick, something different, super cheap kit. I don't think I paid maybe $15 or less. I think it was on sale. I don't remember where I got it, but yeah, I just wanted something quick and easy to do for the weekend and just to try some things out. So I figured this would be a perfect little model, and I really like how it turned out. So thanks again for joining in. Like I said at the end of the video, I'm going to have some close-up pictures and a little bit more details and go over everything. So don't forget to hit like, subscribe. I'm going to have plenty more videos coming out soon. I'm going to do another kit, a full build kit, not just a review. That way I can take you along the ride and see what I do and how I do it. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks.